Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome back to another Let's Talk Total War Troy, well, a Total War Saga Troy, I should say. And we're going to be talking about Achilles today, as you can probably guess from what's on my screen. So Achilles, warlord of the Myrmidons, faction Pythia, and he's a class as an epic fighter. So obviously we're going to go through him as I did. If you missed it, it's a similar thing I did to the Three Kingdoms, with all the Three Kingdoms guys. I'll talk through the description of him and have some thoughts on him. So who is he? Swift-footed Achilles, hero of the Iliad, was the mightiest warrior the world has ever known. His seeming invincibility in combat was subject to much myth and conjecture. Legend claims that his mother, the sea goddess Thetis, granted him invulnerability as an infant by dipping him into the waters of the Styx. Such was his might that no other man could lift his massive spear of Pelion ash. The Styx, if you don't know, is the river of the dead. I'm fairly sure most of you probably know that, but some people may not, because I know I've got a few people from quite far-flung places who watch my channel. So, anyway, Achilles was the famed leader of the Myrmidons, an elite fighting force from Pythia. I probably pronounced that wrong, but said to have been created by Zeus himself, from a colony of ants, fiercely loyal. They fought with ferocity and overcame insurmountable odds through sheer unflinching determination. While Achilles' presence could often turn the tide of battle, the Pythian champion was prone to great, unpredictable mood swings that could either shake or bolster the resolve of the Achaean host. Achaean, because it's the Aegean? I'm not sure. Anyway, playstyle. Homer called him Swift Achilles, and justly so. The living legend is always on the offensive, seeking to defeat all challengers until no one is left to dispute his supremacy. But between the glory that has got to his head and the weight of his prophesied destiny, the epic hero has developed an equally epic temper. Hot-blooded Achilles switches between moods of pride, grief, indignance and outrage, and the consequences are shared by all under his command. That sounds interesting. To truly conquer oneself is the biggest victory, as philosophers tell us. So, the challenge in Achilles' campaign is to manage his moods and position of renown, thus reaping the benefits for both his realm and his armies. His elite light and medium units are best suited for lightning offense early on, but would be valuable even against heavy defenders if used tactically later. So he sounds very, very aggressive, obviously. It sounds like he's got buffs and debuffs depending on his mood. Yay! Which could make him interesting, and got some good units which are obviously lightning fast use. So fast, aggressive units, certainly early on as well. Start location. At the start of the campaign, Achilles faces an Alopian army as it invades Pythia from the south. He must push them back to the Isle of Euboea, and then consider the opportunities for northern expansion provided by the wealthy but meek Magnetes and Pelagiotes to the northwest. I am sorry, I'm butchering these names. The Thessalians can either be a powerful ally or a worthy conquest. To the south, Achilles has powerful friends, Ajax the Lesser and his father Olyus. To the east, amidst the Aegean, lies the Isle of Skyros, domain of King Lycomedes, where Achilles found sanctuary in the not-so-distant past. So an interesting position. You've got allies, but you've also got some enemies to press early on from the sounds of it. What kind of player is he for? The mightiest warrior of the Iliad, but also hot-tempered and unpredictable. Achilles is the risk takers who prefer to seek out powerful adversaries and overcome them via elite units at their disposal. Okay, so that's he does sound a very interesting one. You know, very aggressive. I'm going to start this. I'm going to mute it while we're talking. You know, fast, aggressive, uses his units as best he can. Well, not necessarily as best he can, but, you know, certainly early on. Does sound like he might struggle later with certainly his epic units. His units might not be as good later on as things get heavier, but we'll see where that goes. Does look like he's got some very cool moves there, however. If you've not watched some of the Let's Plays, by the way, with Achilles and Hector fighting, he has some epic sort of finishing moves like that one he just did, and spins and things while they're fighting each other. I believe he can make people duel him, which they haven't mentioned here. I think I saw that. Don't quote me on that. I'm not CA, and I believe I saw that in one of the videos. So, yeah. But no, he sounds like a very interesting play style. It sounds like an interesting starting location as well, where you've got reasonable amounts of expansion room, places to push forwards and backwards. So, but we'll have to wait and see where that's for. He does sound like the sort of character and the sort of style I like playing. 'Cause I don't like sitting back and defending. I like being aggressive. I like pushing into the enemy. I can do defense, but I like being an aggressive player on the campaign map, not necessarily on the battlefield though, so maybe not for me actually. But we'll have to wait until we get to see some more, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this. You can probably see what sort of things I watch on YouTube there. And, but no, as always, thank you very much for watching, guys. I do hope you have enjoyed this. If you want me to do more of this sort of thing, please do let me know in the comments. Any way I can improve it, give us a shout out, all those sort of bits and pieces. And as always, you can jump over to my Discord and say hi. Cheers for watching, guys.